We are back kicking it this week here on a new episode of Chasing Birdies, and I'm joined by my man, as always, Mr. Jonathan Peppy. JP, baby, what's shaking?
Oh, not much, man. Not my pockets after the Super Bowl, but
I say that sarcastically. Okay, I always say JP, what's shaking? It's like I'm in contact with you 1,000 times a day. But, you know, just for listeners, whatever.
Right. We act like we don't talk to each other.
Correct.
Until we do this, which has been a little bit.
It has.
So it feels good to be back after a little hiatus. Today's episode is still brought to you by Red Vanley, which is amazing. So make sure you go check them out at redvanley.com. Their spring gear is all out right now and ready to be purchased by you for the spring and summer. And the Chasing Birdies 2-man brought to you by Red Vanley is in July. And we're increasing to 48. We already have 33 people signed up. And I'm shocked that there's some people that have not signed up. They're friends. But regardless.
Yeah, no, it's starting to make its way up past the 50% percentage point of being full, but we still got a ways to go. We got people that, you know, have verbally committed but hadn't signed up yet, but things will start taking shape in that regard. But yeah, like you said, man, it's been a little bit of some time here since our last episode with Natalie Sheehan, but I do got to say a lot's happened in this 3 to 4 week period. You know, we've had well, let's just get right into it. You know, you kind of alluded to the pocket change a little bit here. And this past weekend, we witnessed the Super Bowl, and the Philadelphia Eagles took down the Kansas City Chiefs. So tell me what's your reaction to that? How are you feeling about that?
I was ecstatic for the Eagles. Well, mainly because I took them. I took the Eagles. And then I took the over 48.5, and then in the second half I actually took the Chiefs -7, which did not hit, and then I took over 23.5 in the second half total, and that hit.
Yeah.
So it was 3 out of 4, which excites me. And but did they pound them? They pounded the Eagles. The Eagles pounded the Chiefs. Sorry.
Yeah, I never once thought about taking the Chiefs in this Super Bowl.
Like a week and a half ago, I was taking the Eagles. Yeah,
likewise. It was never a question for me, to be honest with you. And I remember I talked to Steve Peering about this maybe 2 weeks ago now, and he didn't think it was even going to be a game. I asked him who he thought he was going to win, and he said Chiefs all day. It's not going to be a game. And I'm sure a lot of people thought that. But what was surprising to me was that Saquon Barkley was held to basically nothing. He didn't have a touchdown.
The Chiefs were held to nothing offensively all game.
But damn, that defense, you know, and that's what Jalen Hurts said in the post-game interview. Defense wins championships. They set them up. The offense in good position, and offense capitalized. But I was never worried. That was like the only game this whole year where I sat there and I just kind of knew. I'm like,
chilled.
You know what? Yeah.
You just chilled on the beach.
It's going to be the Eagles.
In the South Beach.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember the last time that Mahomes threw a pick, let alone a pick 6, and then followed that up with a pick.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, and that was a great interception. The guy jumped out of nowhere for it, but regardless, they got dominated on both sides of the ball. I think the first time the Chiefs made it past half field is when they scored, which was like beginning of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was pretty, it was dominated by the Eagles. There's no two ways about it.
So,
and the
score was a little closer than it actually was,
but it was a great overall past weekend. I mean, the waste management was going on. You had Live Golf playing under the lights, I guess.
Nobody cares about, but
but that's the thing, because the guy that won, Adrian Moronic, whatever his name is, I never, honest to God, I never heard of him ever. I never heard of him. I turned it on to check it out under the lights. Kind of a cool vibe, but at the end of the day, especially when you have the waste management going on, it's not even, you can't compare the two tournaments.
Well, the only thing that the Live has is they have a lot of names on their tour.
Well, apparently now, earlier this week, it was announced that the players are going to have a pathway to the Open Championship now, qualifying lane for them, which was kind of breaking news. I think came out Monday, but that's going to be, that'll be. So we'll see what happens with this whole thing. I know it's kind of getting close from what we hear between the two, but it still probably has some things to be ironed out. But the waste management. Did you watch it?
I was just out there. Well, I was just out there.
Oh yeah, where did
out
you?
There all week.
You and BK got to go peg it at Whisper Rock.
Whisper Rock, lower course. Yeah, it was great, dude. My birdie count for the year is up to 10.
Okay.
So I made the front nine. I hit the ball well, but I just didn't score. I shot 41, 5 over. I'm thinking to myself, what the hell, man? And I got to the back nine and shot 4 under, and felt good. Get in the groove, made some putts. The greens, man, at Whisper Rock. I'm not kidding you. They were probably 14.
Tapping.
They were just so smooth, and they were so fast, and they were so good. Everything was so good about Whisper Rock. So, but yeah, we played there, and the waste management started that Monday when we were there. There was a nice little vibe about it, man.
Yeah.
The waste management's a pretty big event, obviously. But it was good to see Justin Thomas start firing on some cylinders, getting back into the swing of things, hold out on 18 to get to 15 under. Strong finish for him. So it'll be exciting to see how that shapes out.
No, Spieth was playing. I mean, some of the boys were playing good, and Dietrich, obviously, who wins the event. I mean, he looked solid in that final round. I mean, the shot he hit on, I think Berger went a little deep on 16, and which that pin was all the way back. But man, he hit a shot right in there on 16 to like 2 feet. It was beautiful. So hats off to him for getting a dub, and we'll move on into the next week of PGA Tour golf. But our guest today on Chasing Birdies, Alex Fourie, joins us, and remarkable story. Honest to God, remarkable story. One-arm golfer, number 2 ranked one-arm golfer in the world, was basically brought over here, adopted by a family from Ukraine. I mean, the family is from America, but came to Alabama, Birmingham, and fell in love with the game of golf. And my man can play some golf. It's not like he's out shooting like 85, 86. I mean, he's shooting 6, 7 under, 2 over. Like, he's the head pro at the 500 Club in Is it Statesville or Statesville, North Carolina. So, dude, it's like, I think it's a great story.
It's a remarkable story. So, without further ado, I think that we should just roll it on over to him, let him tell his story a little bit, and tune in.
Yeah, you guys enjoy this one. You're tuning in today to Chasing Birdies, and we are joined by probably one of the most special guests we've had to date on the show, with Alex Fourie joining us. Alex has accomplished a lot in his golf career with one arm, and it's really fascinating to see, man. So I got to tell you, I'm really excited to have you here on the show today, and thank you for coming on.
Thank you, guys. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, golf's hard enough, man, and to, doing some research on you, reading a little bit, seeing some of the things that you've accomplished, man, it's like it kind of is humbling in a way. You know what I mean, Pep?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and he's sitting next to the Daytona 500 trophy.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. And the animals are behind me. If you guys need to know what kind of animals there are, the elephant, the lion, the deer, that's my background. So, yours is a little cooler than mine. But yeah, to like you said, Bash, that they accomplished what you've accomplished is absolutely incredible. I was on social media scrolling the other day, and Zaire Golf posted a video of you, funny enough, if anyone would beat you. And that video, I mean, how many likes did that thing get?
A good bit. It's blowing up, for sure.
It's crazy.
And we'll get into all the the whole story about you and all that jazz, but for the ice breaking part of it right now, where are you in North Carolina in Statesboro?
I
Where
am,
are you?
yeah. So 500 Club is in Statesville, North Carolina, about 35
Statesville.
minutes north of downtown Charlotte.
Okay.
And it's a really, really cool golf course. It's, we got new ownership about a year and a half ago, and it's a bunch of NASCAR legends that own it. And so you never know who's playing golf out there. And I'm not normally starstruck, but first week was a little starstrucking for sure. 'Cause I definitely grew up watching, being well, I'm from Ukraine, but I grew up in Alabama, and so we had Talladega. And so you watch two races, and it was Talladega and Daytona.
So who were you starstruck by the first time that you when the new owners were there?
Definitely Earnhardt for sure.
Oh wow,
That's a pretty big.
It was pretty cool.
NASCAR is one of those things that everyone that is into it or at some point has experienced it say that it's incredible. I've just never I've watched it on TV, but they say the races in person is just like an incredible experience. I mean, my
It's a
God.
bunch of left turns, so
Yeah, 4 left turns.
That's it.
But it's really cool getting to know these members and these owners, and a lot of these members drive or currently on the circuit, and it's been really cool getting to know them. They've invited me to their garages and
oh
getting
wow,
to look at all the intricate parts and details these cars go through and maintenance and there's so many pieces that make the car go. And then on top of that, you have to add the human element to that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's a big, it's really, really cool. It's a team effort. And there's a lot of similarities to, NASCAR and golf that I'm learning for sure.
I wonder what Ryan and I's time would be on changing a tire.
Shit, dude. I know.
You can actually do that at Charlotte Motor Speedway here. You can get a group and see how quickly you can change a tire.
Maybe that's something we got to do, man.
But
Come
I
to
can't
Charlotte.
change
Come
my
to
own
Charlotte
tire.
for the PGA Championship, and we'll get you out there.
Well, that'd be good. You know what? We might have to do that. I have some family in Charlotte, so it's a great city, great golf town.
Mm-hmm.
But the 500 Club? So I know, obviously, you just mentioned that's where you are, the assistant
Yep.
pro or
I'm the
teaching
head pro out there.
No, you just
Yeah.
got okay.
Yeah, so head pro out there, and it's been really cool. A little different than what I'm used to, but it's been really cool. And they asked me, "What do you do?" I'm like, what don't I do?"
I love it.
Well, did you say head pro?
Yes, sir. Yep. First disabled head pro in America, actually. So
Wow,
pretty cool.
Damn, congrats.
that's amazing, man! Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
So, I know a little bit about your background. Born in Ukraine, and moved over here to was it Alabama?
Yeah. Birmingham.
At a young age in Birmingham, and naturally, was disabled on your journey here. But what was that like growing up as a youth and seeing other kids and people have full reins of their extremities, if you will, and you in this position of not? I mean, did that give you more motivation, do you feel, mentally, to achieve more or want more?
Yeah. It's not sad, but it was definitely, I grew up trying to prove myself.
Yeah.
And I knew that I could do it through athletics. And I was pretty gifted anyways, on top of adding that motivation. And so I played basketball, football, soccer, tennis, golf, cross country. I did it all. And it was really cool. And my dad really let me play all the sports, which I think was really, really important.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So my dad was a 12 sport collegiate athlete in South Africa too. So
Damn.
I always say that
Your dad was a 12-sport collegiate athlete in
in
South
South
Africa.
Africa. It was wild. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know there was 12 sports. What did he do?
Yeah, he did it all. I don't know
That's
how he did
insane.
it all, but yeah, it was wild.
And I mean, that's the thing too, is, talking to you about your story, and some people think, oh, my day's shitty and this, that, and the other, and somebody like yourself, you seem like a absolutely happy person, and you're smiling, and I think that's important too.
Yeah, attitude is everything. And so,
Mm.
you wake up and yeah, I should not be alive. I should have been, in that orphanage and probably dead. And so that's why we did the whole nonprofit getting kids out of Ukraine orphanages. We've moved about 8,000 kids out,
Wow,
and it was really cool. But I felt their pain because I was in their shoes, and so any day that you get to wake up is a good day. And then what do you do with that day? So,
it's true.
Yeah, it's all a mindset, man, and perspective, and it's especially for, and I hate to say it, but like, we have a bad day on the golf course or whatnot, it could riffle through the rest of the day. You're kind of pissed off, you hit the ball left, you hit it right, you're not, playing where you think you should be playing. But at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. And I think, looking at someone like you that's accomplished so much with the disability, again, as I mentioned earlier, it's extremely humbling, really. And it's really, it's really cool too, to see someone like you. And so as of today, are you the number one ranked one-armed golfer in the world?
right now, I'm actually ranked number two.
Number two.
But I
You want
I
me to do
did
this person? You want
play.
me to beat his ass?
I no, I
Right.
did play in a tournament in Daytona a couple of weeks ago, and I did beat him by 12 shots. 12
Ooh.
shots.
How you
So
doing?
we I think when the new rankings come out next month, it'll be
You'll be number one.
we'll go back to number one. So
That's, I mean, still, what, one,
yeah.
two, one, two,
Yeah.
I mean,
Going
It's a
back and
good
forth.
battle. It's a healthy
it's a great battle.
but
Yeah.
I also let him know that I'm still number one. And
Yeah.
just because he played in more tournaments than me last year doesn't mean I'm not ranked number one.
Man, you're like, that's the thing too. Like, I was watching videos of your swing the other day, and it's crazy. It's crazy how your swing's perfect.
Thank you. I
Like,
appreciate
you're
that.
getting it in the right spot. I mean,
Thank you.
But you have to be so strong in
that's what I was
ways.
yes.
You know what I mean? Because like of overcompensate, like I'm sure your core and your left shoulder,
Mhm.
you're probably so strong to be able to. I mean, because you rip it too, like 270.
Yeah. And, using lower body is huge, and I've learned, through soccer and kicking, how important it is to use the ground. Because I was pretty small as a kicker in high school. I was kicking 40, 50-yard field goals, and I weighed 80 pounds, and that was with the shoulder pads and helmet. So.
That's funny, man. Oh shoot.
Using your lower body is so huge, and that's why when I teach, that's why I try to make sure people. I did a club fitting yesterday with a guy, and yeah, the clubs added 20 yards to his drive, but now we're actually gonna go for lessons and actually use his lower body and more because he was a cement block on his lower body. I'm like, no, if you use your lower body, you're gonna
Right.
add 10 to 15 yards more. And so, and that's why I love working with our members. How do they improve as well? It's a fun challenge.
Yeah, the lower body certainly is where it's at in some respect. And I think you look at guys like Justin Thomas, for example, even McElroy,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, they really use that ground force to get through it.
Absolutely.
And I think for amateur golfers, often that's overlooked, clearly, But at the end of the day, we all know more distance really isn't the answer.
No.
It's all about
Yeah.
control. I actually changed one thing up in my golf swing with my shorter iron. My buddy was looking at it, and so I changed it. Went out on the course and hold out for eagle on number one. Literally like 10 minutes after changing, I'm like, it's all about control. And like, if I can gain more control, the distance will take care of itself.
Yeah.
And
Well,
so
that's the
that was
difference.
a
I
lot
mean,
of fun.
that's the thing too. Like 290 to 300, like that's not that big of a difference, right?
Mm-mm.
You're trying to get that extra, squeeze that extra 10 yards out of your swing.
Mhm.
Who knows where it's going to go? But if you can
Right.
control it and hit it 285, 290, well, then give me the center of the fairway all day.
Yeah, give me middle at 280 all day. I'll take that all day.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, you look at the PGA numbers, and obviously the courses are harder and all that. The setups are harder, but driving average is around 55%.
That is insane.
Really? Like, I remember when courses were way harder, and I think technology has hurt that part of golf where it doesn't matter how far or how strict you are now. As long as you're driving at 330, 340 in the rough, you can. I mean, Bryson did that when he won the U.S. Open.
I was just going to say that Bryson's
And you're like, that's not.
we had his caddy on this podcast, and we were talking about it. And it's like you look at Pinehurst number 2. All he did was just hit it as far as he could down there and get it on and make a few putts. And yeah, I mean, like 16 was a prime example of that when on that final round. So, and there's not, there's no
It's
rough
not
in
bad.
Pinehurst,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it takes that element of being able to control your golf ball.
I saw Bryson actually. I turned on Live Golf this past weekend under the lights, which it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
They're digging for anything right now.
It was kind of
Especially
cool.
with the waste management.
They're
but-
digging for anything.
Yeah.
But okay, so let's pivot on that because I agree with you. Watching the waste management this weekend was awesome.
Yeah.
Like the vibe, everyone, like it was just, and whenever you flip it over, and I was watching the Night Live Golf League thing, whatever it is, it wasn't that. Other than it being under the lights, it wasn't like I was like rooting for anyone.
Yeah. All
Or-
12 people, came out to support too. And you're like,
Yeah, I mean they had carnival set.
I was watching, I'm like, where are the people? Like, where are they? And
They
I
should
know
start
they're
doing,
in
like,
Saudi Arabia
cutouts.
or somewhere. And
They should start doing cutouts and just put cutouts around the greens, so it looks like
Absolutely.
there's a lot of people.
remember that old Tiger Woods commercial where it
Yeah.
was like with the cutouts and then the hat
Yeah.
comes and just drilled somebody's head off? That's what they should do.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
It's,
I like the guys on Live. It's not the guys that are playing. I think it's the forced rivalry between the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
Like if it wasn't forced, I think it would be way cooler.
Yeah, I mean,
And I
there's got
think
to be.
if there was like crossroads and cross play where hey, like the top 3 or top 5 Live guys get to play in the Tour Championship.
Yeah,
And
that's the
vice
first time
versa.
we've heard that. That's pretty good.
that's not a bad idea.
Like, let's see what Cam Smith and Dustin and Bryson can do at the Tour Championship.
Don't get this guy started on Cam Smith over here. I mean,
Well, I
Yeah,
think
yay or nay on Cam?
no, he loves them.
Oh, okay,
no,
cool.
I love him.
like
I was
Cam.
so sad to see him leave, but
Yeah.
I think and I like Bryson, man. I really do.
DJ's cool. I've gotten to hang out with DJ as well multiple times.
So you're right. It's not the people. It's just the whole exhibit, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Anyway,
so what? Like when you're golfing, like are you able to? What's your go-to shot? I mean, are you able to curve it?
Yeah.
I'm sure
Oh, yeah,
you've
yeah.
learned all of that.
Yeah. So when I drive the ball, I like to keep it pretty low and straight. Maybe with a little bit of a draw, but I do like to work it as well. I put a new shaft in my driver, and I'm loving it. I'm
What'd you put in?
Sponsored by Mizuno. But I put in a new KBS shaft, and I'm absolutely loving it. It's a little bit lighter, but it's tipped at the bottom,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and so I'm able to swing 100% and know that, hey, I'm not going to lose it right, or it's not going to, the face is not going to just stay shut. Um, it's pretty fun. I was hitting it on the golf simulator. We have a golf simulator at the bar, and we were with the Mizuno rep, and we were hitting about 310, 313. Obviously, those things are juiced, but
Damn.
it was pretty fun. Getting
See,
heckled and all that by the members. It was a lot of fun.
well, I mean, hey, they gotta respect you're
Yeah,
the
you
pro.
gotta show them why they hired you as head pro,
Exactly.
not cart guy.
Exactly.
310, 313.
Yeah, we popped the ball.
I thought. See, I think some of those times, those damn things. I was talking to our guy at the club where Pep and I play out of, and I told him, I think these things are rigged. Not rigged,
Whoa.
but just inaccurate to some degree. But he disagreed with me, and it kind of gave me some valid points for things. And I thought, well, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe I am just not hitting it that far anymore.
Maybe you are just hitting a 265 off the tee.
Yeah, fly.
I think
I'm like,
I think what happened is we take the weather conditions out of it. And so even if it's humid, like today's a perfect day, it's like 70, but there's still gonna be a little bit of wind or whatever. And I think you get perfect contact every time. Well, you should. I mean, golf simulator get perfect contact. So those spin numbers and everything, I think they're actually more accurate than if
yeah,
you've got a little bit of a dirty groove and you've got a little mud on your ball. And yeah, I think those numbers. Now, the difference is what you get outside is what you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but at least for the winter time, understanding, hey, these are my numbers and then going out there on the course a couple times before a big tournament and does that correlate?
Well, we're actually coming down your way for a big tournament, first tournament of the year, over to Pine Needles, Mid Pines.
Yeah.
For
When
the
is
Pine
that?
Needles, Pine Needles Invitational, and
Cool.
so it's a 2-man best ball gross event. It's all really good players. It's a blast. We mosey on down on Thursday morning, play Pine Needles, Mid Pines, and hopefully we make the cut and go to Pine Needles.
Yeah.
But I saw on some of your social media you smacking it around Mid Pines.
I love Mid Pine. Yeah, I love all those courses. I'm fortunate to have played in all three of the United States Adaptive Opens.
Yeah.
And the first two were at Pinehurst. And so we played Pinehurst oh gosh, I should know, number 6, I think.
Yeah. And then did you play
Um,
2?
no, we didn't play 2 for the tournament, but I had played 2 out there.
Yeah.
But I love Southern Pines and Mid Pines and Pine Needles. We played all of those as well. And
Yeah.
Tobacco Road was beautiful. North
And
Carolina had some amazing golf
so much
courses.
golf.
And
And
then
that's
you
the
go
thing
up
too.
to the mountains, you go to, Wade Hampton, and then you go down to the coast and you got some absolute stunning golf courses on the ocean
Eagle
too.
Point.
Mhm.
And that's my point is that we're boxed up here and we're in Pittsburgh and Morgantown, West Virginia. We're inside hitting balls, and all of a sudden you let us free on February 28th, and I skull a few chip shots here and there in the practice round, get those out of the way.
Yep.
Skull a couple bunker shots, get those out of the way, and then we're tuned in by Friday.
Yeah, there you go. Well, if you come a day early, come to my course and we'd
Yeah.
love to. I think you have to from Morgantown, swing by Statesville. Oh, you don't have to.
I think we'll probably fly. I think
You're fine.
yeah. It's just
Thank you.
easier to come back on Sunday. You know what I mean? You get done
I
with
know.
we probably could stop in Statesville though, bud.
it may be able
Just
to.
saying, I might come down your way if y'all have an open day. Play Tobacco Road or something.
Yeah. Well, Pep set the trip up for the practice round, so
Oh, okay,
we'd
good.
love to have you.
We'd love to
But
play around.
we Sunday you get done playing golf, and for the last couple of years, my partner and I missed the cut, so we were over at Southern Pines,
Oh, yeah.
which nice spot. But by the time you get done eating a little mac and cheese and a little fried chicken, sweet tea, it's 3:00. Now, normally, you leave at 3:00. You're not getting home till 11. So,
Oh yeah.
that's the reason why we just started flying down, because it makes Sunday a hell of a lot easier. But
I've got my 12-hour rule. If I can drive within 12 hours, I like to drive. But
yeah,
it's not fun when you're playing. I did a Daytona tournament and just left right after that and drove 8.5 hours. I'm like, wow, that's
Yeah.
not fun.
So that adaptive U.S. Open,
Yeah.
is it qualifiers to get into that?
Yeah.
It's people that might have amputated leg or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Well,
how many people qualify for that?
So you've got 20 automatic qualifiers, and then you've got 70 spots available to
Wow.
qualify. And so I was playing some pretty good golf and qualified. And yeah, pretty. You're kind of expected to qualify, but you still have to show up and have
Right.
a good
And
day
play.
and play. Yeah.
So what's your best finish?
For the adaptive open,
Yeah.
not very good. I think I finished like 40th or something last year. So not great.
what other players and disabilities are included in this? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you've got arm impairment, you've got leg impairment, you've got neurological impairment, you've got wheelchair, you've got vision impairment, then you've got intellectual. I think I said that. So, Amy Brockhurst with Down syndrome, she played. Cody, he had Down syndrome, he played. And then you got the people that shouldn't be playing disabled golf. They play sometimes, and you're like, we call them paper cuts. And you're like, okay, congratulations, you had one guy. And everybody calls him out on it, but he still shows up. One guy had Tommy John surgery 11 years ago. You're like,
he still plays in
And
the
he plays in
adaptive
this?
open.
oh yeah, like I beat him to qualify for the arm section. I beat him by 2 shots, and then he shows up. I'm like, how the hell? Like, why are you here? I beat you. And he's like, well, I got in on a exemption. I'm like,
So he has two. So
oh yeah, two hands.
my man's playing the one arm with two hands.
Oh yeah, just straight up. And you're like, and we've called them out on it and all that. So some of those things need to change, I think, for adaptive golf to grow.
But
If
my
it's
man,
not fun
like, why is he
seeing-
showing up though? Like, why?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
how does if people
It
start
takes a
calling
lot
you
of
out?
balls to I think he won the overall arm. I don't know how he got into the adaptive open, and then he won the arm impairment. And you're like,
By Tommy John.
I mean, the kicker would
I
be
mean,
if
I
someone
should-
showed up and
I'm
they were
gonna start playing.
colorblind.
I snapped my ankle last
oh,
year.
I
got
I
one foot.
honestly thought about reaching to Tiger Woods and be like, hey, can you just play one time?
He could, yeah,
You
he
just
can.
smash. Yeah.
But no.
One dude had a very, 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 very mild form of something, and he won. And I think he forgot that he was disabled, and then they had to snap back in it on the interview and like, oh god, like, is this really what we want representing adaptive golf?
Oh
It's
my
cool
god!
though that here. I mean, take all that BS out of it. It's
Yeah.
really cool that they have who spearheaded that. Was it the USGA that kind of?
Adaptive
forefront?
golf has been around for 70 years. And nobody really brought any limelight to it.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I've been helping being a catalyst for it. But yeah, the USGA really spearheaded. I think they saw the need for diversity, and it came at a perfect time. It came right in smack middle of the whole PGA Live drama. And I felt like, adaptive golf came together and was really unifying golf for a while. And you got to see more of these stories. I mean, there's this guy, he's probably the best disabled golfer in the world I play with. His name's Isha. And he has no legs, from Cameroon. He used to play on the European tour. got meningitis, got his legs amputated, got his arm. He had no fingers except for his left arm. So he
What?
literally strapped the club to the palm of his hand and got no fingers on his right hand, like with a thing. And I mean, he hits about 310, 320.
What?
Went to Iowa, shot a 63 and like 70, won by like 12 shots. And you're like, this is the representation of adaptive golf that is needed.
Right.
Correct.
And so I'm working very hard with him to get his name out there. And, I'm fortunate to have sponsors and we're trying to get him over from Cameroon and play more adaptive tournaments.
So who are
That's
your
incredible.
sponsors right now?
KBX, Yeti, Jones, Bag, 500 Club, Iliac, Lugino, and then we're working on a apparel deal. But yeah, those guys are really really good to me. And
Who's the
some of
apparel
those
deal?
products, the apparel deal, it's kind of hard being a head pro.
Yeah.
And so like you have to
Right.
categorize, so that's a little hard. But right now it's a Live Forever Golf, Jacksonville, Florida, and but the goal is to get paid. And that next step of paying adaptive golfers. I got my PGA card. I passed the PAT. I was the only one to do it. Pretty
Yeah.
good golfer. Like, why not pay me to be a professional golfer like everybody else? I'm not asking for millions of dollars, but something that can support my family and can support the dreams of one day playing on the PGA Tour. And,
Yeah.
That's amazing.
and so we're trying to, hopefully I'm a catalyst for not only the spotlight of adaptive golf, but also getting adaptive golfers paid. There are adaptive golfers that are better than me. And I'm not afraid to say that. I like the challenge. But those leg guys that can hit 320, 350, I play with a guy, Jordan Thomas, out of Nashville. Great golfer, great human being. He's or a nonprofit after he got his legs chopped off and broke and hit it 320, 330. Um, it's a little not unfair, but it's like, shit, I
I
wish I
mean,
could hit 320. And he's
I
like,
hate to
shut
say
up, I
this, but
wish I
I'm
had
thinking like,
legs.
how do I? How,
Don't even say it, but
well, I don't know. How do I hit it further?
Chop
I
your
mean, we
legs
just
off or
yeah.
chop your arm off.
that's why I just told him don't say it. I
Do
mean,
it. I'm giving you the card, the cable card.
Well,
No retard jokes.
I'm gonna no. I'm gonna pull that guy that nobody likes and just say that.
Oh, bro,
I mean,
call
what
him
dumbass?
out. Call him out. I remember for my buddy he does MMA fighting with one leg, and he plays golf. His name's Shay. He ran for Senate or state Senate for
Mm-hmm.
Georgia. Big dude. Don't fuck with Shay.
right.
And me and Shay were on the putting green warming up, and Eli was there, and then another dude was there that shouldn't be playing the game of golf. And Shay just straight up, me and Shay are having a conversation, and like again, you don't mess with Shay, but Shay's like, yeah, there's the game of golf is changing, like this guy over here and points to Eli, like this guy shouldn't be playing in this qualifier at all. And Eli and Shay look at each other, and I'm like, "Oh
Here we
shit!
go, boys.
Yeah, we're about to throw down." And then I, go around and I start talking to this dude. I'm like, "Oh, dude, like, who are you caddying for?" And he's like, "Oh no, I'm playing." I'm like, "Oh, fuck." Like, and then this guy's like, and when I tell you, like, there's zero disability. This guy was a D1 lacrosse player, hit to about 340. He was driving the greens on us. He was in the group behind me, and I had about 13th hole. I'm like in the thick of it. I'm playing pretty well. I'm 2 under. I'm like, I swear to God, if one more ball lands on the screen and one more ball does, I said, hey, dude, one more time, and I'm throwing your ball in the water. Like, let's go.
You
I'm
didn't
not
do it
scared
again,
of you.
huh?
Like, I like to do it. No, he didn't do it again. Shot 5 under, and he won. So I'm pissed off. But bro was driving par fours, and I'm like, yeah, like playing with the wheelchair guy. I'm like, this guy
Yeah.
had Parkinson's and came and like
That's
playing golf, and
terrible.
you're just walking up here like nothing. Oh, dude, yeah, we've had some chat.
That's
But I do
that.
love the adaptive golf community. Like we'll call each other out. We'll
Yeah, that's good. So what?
yeah.
So what would you say your handicap is right now?
Um, being honest, probably right now it's like probably a three. Last week or a couple of weeks ago, I did a YouTube video with some guys and shot 7 under. You putted lights out, looked out for a hole in one, and then almost drained another one. And then yeah, I had 8 birdies, one
Damn.
bogey. It was a good day. Yesterday I shot 300. So I'm
So
getting better.
we got to get you
Tournament
the two
golf
man.
and you know playing on YouTube is a little bit different.
We got to get you in our 2-man event.
Alex, yeah.
It's in July 27th to 29th at 5-star resort, Nemacolin, here up here in Pittsburgh. But what we do is we got A player blind draw with a B player,
Okay.
and then we go do best ball. And I think last year John Barry, ex NBA player, won with Eddie Amon, just a normal guy. But this year the pot's going to be $20,000. Top 3 spots
Yeah.
get paid out. So we'll figure the details out with you, get you up there, because I think that it would be fun to have you there and compete. And yeah,
I love it.
we got to thank Steve Peering, and
I was just about to shout out my boy, so I couldn't say anything just yet. But yeah, Asher Golf Apparel stuff, it's coming.
so
Yeah,
yeah, so
good
of
stuff.
course, Steve, of course, yeah.
Steve's awesome. How y'all know Steve?
oh,
By default,
Okay.
he was sitting in his car at a country club one time by himself, and he got out trying to sell his golf shirts. Just like chasing us down. It was like, dude, it was recycled cotton. But no, it's just kidding. We met him through Hank Ashworth.
Okay.
When they had Link Soul and so yeah, Steve's a good dude, really good dude. Means
Yeah.
well, friends all of us. So
he's fun to be around, and honestly, he's always down for golf.
Oh,
You need the guy like that. You know what I mean? You need the guy that will play golf no matter the circumstance. And that's Steve Peering, man.
I mean,
the heavy stuff's not coming down for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
during COVID, we played at Pete Dye Golf Club, and Steve drove 4.5 hours from Philly to play golf, and then drove back like right
Yeah.
after.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, he's that guy.
I've done that. I think I've
But no,
driven
he-
about 4.5 hours for a girl, but not for golf.
there you go.
Wait, are you married?
No, I used to be, got divorced and got to play a lot more golf. So,
Okay, I understand now.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was one of those chasing dreams. I've got a nonprofit that I started doing golf, and then we just started another one. And some people are on your team, and others hop off the train and decide to hop off and get
Yeah.
the train full steam ahead. But I've got an amazing girlfriend right now, and she's very, very supportive, and
That's
she
great.
likes golf, which is rare because I've never had a girl that likes golf either. So it's been pretty cool.
Yeah, why don't they like golf? Like, I don't get that.
This one right
Something.
now, Elizabeth loves golf, and we actually got to go play for the first time together, and so it's pretty cool.
That's awesome. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think golf's grown. I love seeing what golf is doing, for the example, what do you call it? The adaption golf
Adaptive golf. Yeah.
adaptive golf. Like, that's remarkable, man.
Yeah.
Now,
That
it
is
does
cool.
kind of rub me the wrong way that you got some people, that maybe shouldn't be playing in it. But
What's
Yeah.
the movie with Giant Knoxville?
the only one I
With
know is
the-
Jackass.
Giant Knoxville with oh my God, the Special Olympics.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about.
yep.
Oh my God, I've watched it.
I don't know.
He
Trying to
runs in the
think.
Special Olympics.
The ringer.
The Ringer. Yeah, well, there's some ringers out there. The Ringer. I love that movie. I haven't watched it in a while, but yeah, definitely a couple ringers out there where you're like, yeah,
So do you think you'll try to Monday Q into some of these events in the future?
yeah.
Maybe.
So my goal, and I think we're getting closer and closer, get a little bit better at golf, and I'm gonna, I've got my PGA card, so I'm gonna try. I would love to play in the PGA Championship. That's
Yeah, like
my life goal.
to qualify through the PGA.
Hmm
Yeah,
To
that would
play in the
be.
PGA. I think
That
that
would
would
be
be
so cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
Not only represent the USGA, the PGA, golf in general, disabled golf, but also those journeymen, those guys that dreamed
Mhm.
about doing it and worked hard and did it, and
Mhm.
just to be able to qualify. It's humbling to be able to qualify for the USGA adaptive.
Mhm.
It would just mean a lot to me if I can do the PGA Championship.
Man, but that'd be awesome.
That would be so cool. I just thought of something. John Daly loves hitting left-handed wedge shots.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
That would be good to see you two in a little competition.
I would love it. Let's make it happen. Does
Hitting
anybody
little
know John
skipper.
Daly?
Yeah,
We might be able to make
Yeah.
that happen.
yeah.
I would love to. I'm going
We could
down on Monday and Tuesday of the Masters. So I might go to Hooters real quick and
Yeah.
see if he would do a little
Yeah.
chip off.
We
We
can
might
get
be
it.
able to, if we meet you
set
in
up a-
Nashville.
Yeah, Old Hick.
We could do that at Old Hickory Country Club.
Oh yeah. Wait. Let me know. I love Old
So,
Hickory. So
yeah.
the last job I had was in Nashville, Murfreesboro.
Oh, really?
So
Oh, really?
I know a couple of the courses out there, and Hermitage is really fun to play, and Governors was fun as well.
Yeah.
Pep normally wears his troubadour hat, but today he's wearing his Grove hat.
So I'm very jealous of that. When did you play at Grove?
Last year, we both went down there with our buddy Nick Sorkin and played Grove 2 days. And it was a blast. It was fun.
Let me know if you need a caddy for the next one.
No, we're not caddying. You're gonna be my money ball.
Well, there you go. Hey, I would love to. My goal is to, and the owner of this course played with Michael a good bit. And I'm like, just let me play 9 holes with Michael. Don't tell him about anything about it. Put your house on it. Put a couple, give me about 4 shots. And I'll
And
kick
yeah.
his ass. Yeah, I will.
So you're gonna kick Michael Jordan's ass. I love it.
Oh, absolutely. I'll do it at the Grove. I'll do it at the Muni. Tell me
I
where.
love it.
This is
That's
good.
the confidence
This is
we need. Like
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm kind of jacked right now. Like I'm gonna go fucking hit a golf ball somewhere.
Do it.
But we're gonna play 20 at Pine Needles here in about 2 weeks.
Come
Yo,
on, man.
that's so funny. You know what? Hey, Alex, when we go into this tournament that we're playing in a couple of weeks, we're all jonesing for golf, right? So
Yeah.
and then the first round goes great. Second round's always at Mid Pines on Saturday.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, my partner and I, which my partner could theoretically play in the senior division
Which he
because he's
should.
over 50.
He should.
But
play
I love my
senior,
partner.
And you and I could have teamed up this year because BCats
He
had
can't
the
bet
belt
on you. Correct. But long story short,
I've got
We're-
availability.
yeah, he filled that spot immediately.
I bet he did.
But we get to Mid Pines and I'm circling back on Mid Pines, and that is just a great course. I mean, Pep has experience there like no other,
Yeah.
having a stomach ache in middle 15 fairway. But at any rate, we just never get it done at Mid Pines. I mean, we just never can get it done. We're always like one over
Everyone tears
even,
it up.
and everyone tears it up.
Tears it up. Like
And so for the last 3 years, we've been playing decent at Needles on day 1, couple under.
Yeah.
Day 2, nothing. And then day 3, we're over there at the Moose Club. We're over at Southern Pines. But it's a great track.
Yeah.
it is true though, because like I wish they had it the first round of Mid Pines, because then you could potentially get it back or play better
Yeah, come back.
early on.
Yeah.
Dude, everybody takes it so deep at Mid Pines.
Yeah.
I think we played with the winners last year at Mid Pines. They shot like 9 under best ball, and it was like an absolute show.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got those par fives that, theoretically you could
You got
get up into.
You
But
got to be able to,
stretch of 4, 5, 6, 7. You got to take advantage.
you got to
of.
take it out.
you got to be able to make it happen.
Well, Alex, man, it's been awesome getting to meet you, and I know this is virtual, but I would enjoy meeting you in human form at some point. But it was awesome hearing your story, and we're gonna finish this off here with our standard tap-in segment presented by Bettinardi Golf. Check them out online at bettinardi.com. Pep's gonna ask you a couple questions here that might make you think a little.
I like it.
Probably
All right.
not, though, because he doesn't ask good questions. I'm kidding.
Favorite club in the bag?
Driver.
Tell us your build up of the driver specs, all that.
Don't judge me. It's a 14-degree Mizuno XT Max.
Okay.
Yeah. So I used to tee the ball up really high, like 4-inch tees, and then I had a ping that I would just turn up on, and that was fun. But I'm getting old now, and yeah.
Sounds like you're getting better.
Yeah, we are getting better actually. So.
Advice to a younger version of yourself.
Don't get married at 26.
All right. Dream foursome, dead or alive?
My dad. Alistair McKenzie.
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Hank Stewart.
Bingo. That's a good one.
I would chew up Alistair's ear. I love golf course and God. I want to one day hit the lottery and build my own golf course. I would love it. I love what Core Crenshaw is doing. I love Radio Doom coming out in Denver. And then Core Crenshaw is doing some amazing work right now. But I mean Alistair McKenzie, and then who's the guy at Pine Valley?
Tillinghast.
Tillinghast. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You been there?
No, I want to. I've gotten invited, and I got invited. So don't judge me, but I got invited, and then I text the guy back. I'm like, hey, I would love to, let's make it happen. Yeah. And then he died. I'm like, shit. Oh. Yeah, I'm like,
terrible.
And we got older member that invited me. I'm like,
that's awful.
So, yeah, I definitely want to play Pine Valley.
It's a goodie. The last question is, what are you chasing?
I think personal growth this year. Mm-hmm. Like I want to personally, I've given up and sacrificed so much for golf, and I want to make sure that I am the best human that I can be, both mentally, physically, and emotionally. That I can be a great head pro to these members here at the 500, but I can also support adaptive golf and promote it, and but also just for me personally, just have fun. Playing golf and showing up to a tournament and not having that pressure of I can't suck. And just showing up and having fun. Because the first 2 or 3 years when you play really good, that was just fun. You showed up, your buddies, you play golf, and you get their ass, and we got to number one.
And I think that's the thing, that things are always more enjoyable when you're having fun, even if it's not going the way you thought it would be going. You're having fun, whether it's in business, life, on the course, in your relationships. Yeah, just have fun.
Correct.
Yeah. And sometimes I get away from that. So sometimes
and having a team around you is huge. And having people that you can trust. Because I've gotten screwed by agents before and all that, and it's just not fun not being able to trust your support staff, team.
Right.
And luckily I've been able to have less friends, but the friends I do have are more important, and their advice is more impactful, and I know that they're there for me. So.
Yeah, it's true. Quality over quantity.
Yeah.
I love it, man. I absolutely love this. This is a blast, and
Great story.
I mean, it's a great story. It is. It's a story of never giving up, and yeah. So thank you so much for coming on.
You.
Yeah, Alex, man, keep doing it, man. Keep chasing your dreams, and you're very humble and successful in that regard, and obviously love your love for golf, and you're changing the game. You're impacting people. You're an inspiration to a lot of people, man. Truthfully, so hats off to you. And like I said earlier, hope to meet you at some point, and appreciate you coming on here today.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for letting me share the story.
Man, you talk about inspiration, but you also, Alex, you could tell he doesn't feel bad for himself, man. It's what he was dealt, and
Nope.
he even said that he's tried every sport there is, and he must be pretty darn athletic. I mean, he's hitting it over 300, one arm, boys. So
Yeah,
that's impressive. First head pro. He was just named head pro at the 500 Club, and I just looked that club up. It looks pretty sick. So we might have to mosey on down there to see Alex in his spot.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's just like I said a couple times. It's just very humbling because we get out and play golf, and we all get agitated on little things like that, But in the grand scheme of things, there's people out there, not just him, but the whole adaptive tour circuit. It's like guys love the game of golf, and that's the common denominator between all of us. But at the end of the day, we have, an advantage, if you will, relative to our body components. But I mean, if you watch, like, I got on YouTube a little bit and watched some interviews with him. Golf Digest did a great write-up about him, and some videos of his swing, dude. His swing is like perfect.
Pure.
Like, it is like exactly.
Yeah, it's pure.
It's right on plane. So, Alex, thanks so much for joining us here on Chasing Birdies, and good luck with your endeavors in golf. And
Well, guess what's right around the corner?
Pinehurst. Pine Needles Invitational.
Pine Needles Invitational is right around the corner. I'm coming in with a new dancing partner this year, Gary Sisson. So I'm excited for this, and I know Neil and Tango are kind of on the cusp of. They kind of got to do something this year, boys. I can't pull any more strings, so to speak. Get the boys back in. You got to make the cut. So they're going to feel a little pressure there. Will be fun to follow along with that. I'm sure we'll do some content following the boys around a little bit.
We got a great little field, too. We got Ryan Mason and Woody Woodward joining the tournament this year. So those are two sticks. And I'm sure Woody likes hearing that about himself. So, Woody, you're a great stick. So it's going to be fun, man. Hopefully Ian and I can make a couple birdies. My boy IPA, like you said, he should be in the senior division. But you know what? We're going to champion it this year. We're going to take it, and we're going to run it back and try to make the cut. But I've been trying to get some practice swings in, Pep, trying to stay on your level. I know you've had a couple times. You've got to go out and play golf, like you said, Arizona and whatnot. But I've been really utilizing the indoor hitting bays at the Nemacolin Golf Academy with Trackman, and Jaron's up there, and everything's great. So if you guys in the area, North Central West Virginia, Southwest PA, or anywhere really, make sure you check out Nemacolin Resort in Farmington, Pennsylvania. 5-star all around. Golf is amazing. Indoor golf's great. Restaurants, the accommodations,
world.
Gusto. I mean, it's just, they're on fire right now. So check them out online at nemacolin.com. And that is the home of our 2025 Chasing Birdies 2-man.
Another shout out I want to give, which is Eric Childers. Like, my man just loaded us up for 2025.
My God.
The Pro V1. You switched to the Pro V1. You were normally a Pro V1X. I had the prototype for you to try last year. You loved it into the wind. And you said, you know what? I'm rolling with this one. So we're both using the Titleist Pro V1s. Make sure you go check them out. I know everybody uses Pro V1s or Pro V1Xs, so it's not like we're discovering something new. But I am telling you that Pro V1 ball is the best ball I have ever played, the 2025 version. So Childers, thanks, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. Childers, you're awesome, and we appreciate it very much. And since you're on the shout out kick, I do got to give one more shout out here to a local guy. Reached out, wanted me to drop something here on Chasing Birdies. Patrick Oliverio with Oliverio's Restaurant in Morgantown opened a brand new Cheat Lake location of Oliverio's. So for the people in West Virginia, I know a lot of you guys are listening to this podcast. Oliverio's opened up here in Cheat Lake, Pier Point Plaza, man. You got to go check them out. It's a great spot for lunch, great spot for dinner, and the pizzas are dynamite. Handmade dough tossed in the air. Feels like you're in New York. So come on over to Oliverio's and get yourself some dinner here if you're in the middle of the town.
Good.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Awesome. Good for him.
Pretty dope. Yeah, he's stoked about it. But
all good food there. But without further ado, my man, I know that you got to go put your butt in the sand for a little bit, wind down your trip. But until, in 2 weeks?
Yeah, we will be back in 2 weeks.
So we'll be back on schedule. We got off a little bit, but we're back. Chasing_birdies. Make sure you like it, tap it, follow along. And you know what? Stay tuned on that Chasing Birdies 2, man. We might give a little giveaway. I haven't even talked to you about that, but maybe we do a little giveaway to give somebody a spot into it.
There we go.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Good things ahead, guys. And as always, we appreciate you tuning in here on Chasing Birdies. And this week, if you're tuning into some golf, the Genesis Open, Genesis Invitational is taking place in San Diego, Torrey Pines, and the man is playing this week. We got Tiger in the field.
This makes me hurt watching him play, but whatever.
So let's see what happens with him. But without anything else I need to say, again, appreciate all the love, support, listeners. You guys are great, and thank you to Allie, Emily, Evo at Simpler Media for putting this together, Jacqueline DiPaterio, Rachel London for all your social media help, and you guys have a great, blessed weekend, and we will catch y'all in 2.